Nice bright day, so I've got my willing crew over there. It's going to give me a hand. We shall manoeuvre out of this tight wall berth here at QAB, and then get on our way all the way over to Dartmouth. We've got a couple of spring lines that need to come off in bits and pieces, but using the helm control here and the joystick docking, we can hold the boat over to one side while we undo those lines, and then using the the joystick, I'll reverse out and we'll get on our way. What you'll notice on the boat is, because it's a brand new boat and it's not been owned by anyone, we haven't actually fitted out the electronics on the boat here. So we're using Navionics apps today on our phones, hence Navionics cap. You can get these online. There's a great little app there. If you just go onto your app store, you can download Navionics and you pay like a yearly subscription, but it gives you all the up-to-date information. Obviously we run the risk of not having any depth on it, so luckily I know both the entrances to Dartmouth and out of Plymouth very well, so we shouldn't have any problems with depth, and obviously we'll avoid anywhere that there might be some rocky ground or any danger marks out there. But to make overly sure we're right, we've got our own personal EPIRBs, we've got VHF each, we've got a grab bag, and also we have a double grab bag, and we have a offshore 6-man life raft. So and the vis is clear today. I've checked to make sure the visibility is clear all the way to Dartmouth, which is important really, because the nav equipment that we've got on here with the Navionics maps and stuff like that is great, but obviously it doesn't help us when we've got any fog. We don't have radar, so we need to make sure by looking at the shipping forecast that we've got high visibility all the way to Dartmouth, and luckily today we have. So that's the safety brief over. Let's get going. So what I've done is got Max to undo the bow line for me. I'll just hold the boat over. Right, we're all clear, so come off that and we shall back out. So if you walk out the side of it and just do a bit of video of us coming out. Just setting up the Navionics charts on his the phone, or it's going on his phone this time, so you can put them on your iPad as well. We're just going to plot a route, put some waypoints in, make sure we're not going across or through any land, and looking out for any rocky areas on the way there. And then we shall set our speeds using the Yamaha autopilot, which is here. And then we'll get cruising, see what she does. So we're just coming out of Plymouth Sound now. We've got the breakwalk up on the horizon there. There you go, you can see the breakwalks there. So it's nice and flat in here. Nick's just selected the single lever option, so we're now just operating on one lever, which means all the engines are synced together, all pulling the same RPM, and it's a lot easier than having two levers. So for easy use, we're on single lever. We've got our Navionics set here, we've got our waypoint set as well. And any minute now we shall open her up. We have put all the fenders on board, obviously, to make sure everything is secure. And it's much quieter in here with this door closed. Let's have a listen to the sound when we open it. Go. So there is quite a big difference in good soundproofing. So the engine's still worn in, so we won't go crazy, but she's all sitting very pretty at the moment. We've got the auto trim tabs, zip weight tabs up and operating at the moment. They're over here. So the boat's sitting very flat and level. We're just coming past Fort Bobbasand, the old dive centre here. It's looking like a nice day. Right, Nick suggested that I should go up top, so we're going to head up to the fly bridge. We're just up these steps. Hopefully you can still hear me. I'll put in my headphones to pick up the microphone a bit better. Right, here we are up on the fly bridge. A nice view, obviously. It's a really spacious fly bridge actually, and we've got a sink and a fridge here. Not commissioned yet. So you've got a nice seating area around here and a flip back seat here, so you can sit forward backwards or sit around the cockpit table in this area here, and you've got sun lounging space up the front, and then here we've got all the controls we need. Flip up, bolster seat. We've got the joystick, everything that's repeated from downstairs up here, but a nice place to come and drive from, so we'll give that a go. Let me just spin you around. You can see, there we go, just coming past breakwater now. And I've got Nick driving downstairs, a bit like being chauffeured. I'm up here taking the view in. It is a very nice day here. And actually nice and stable up here. A lot of fly bridges you tend to find, if they're quite small on a small boat, the boat bobs around, but that's certainly not the case on this boat. It's such a beamy, steady boat. It's kind of like a large cruiser, but without one engine. So it acts like a cruiser, feels like a cruiser, you know, like a large Princess or a Prestige or something. But it's weirdly got triple outboards, and those outboards are actually pretty quiet. But you'd think with all that weight at the back of the boat that you get a lot of rolling and everything else, because you know there's no weight below the waterline. But the way they've designed this with this beam and the extended bathing platforms with the hull sticking underneath it, a bit like the 1095, so almost like a catamaran hull at the back around the engines, it makes for a really stable boat. And yeah, we've got a few rollers. You can see the rollers on the waves here, those ripples with the dark and light curves on it. But you know, this boat's just going straight over it. I'm standing up here, you know, quite high up, and I'm not being rocked around at all. A really pleasant, comfortable feel for a outboard Merry Fisher. So it's pretty impressive. Right, so we have reached that time where we can open up the engines. So Nick's gonna give it a go. Just keep an eye on our oils and everything else. So she's coming up really nicely onto the plane. We've got the windows open now, so you can hear a bit more noise coming in. And up she goes. Over 5,000 RPM now. What sort of speed we got there?
32 knots.
32 knots. Yeah, she's sitting pretty. She's very solid actually, very, very solid. Let's just have a listen to the sound of those engines. Noisy with the door open, but yeah, she's sitting pretty. She's handling the waves very nicely. Be interested to see what she's like from up on the fly bridge. So we'll do a little bit of video. I think from up there. where we got to. We've got the Warren over there, National Trust area all the way across there, off to port, and Eddystone will be over to starboard in a little bit. But it looks like it's going to be a good clear run. There's a couple of sailing boats out there, but not much else at the moment. There we are, she's cruising at just under 32 knots at 4,900 RPM on all the engines. We've got almost full petrol tanks there. Is that the autopilot selected? Not yet. We'll select the autopilot in a minute. And all this equipment comes with Yamaha. It's, you know, it's not a Jeanneau fit. This is all Yamaha's Helmmaster controls, joysticks, everything. So we've just activated course hold, and now it's holding our course currently using the electronic magnet compass here. I should say electronic magnetic compass.
One touch changes 5 degrees.
Yeah, so just bring it around a little bit. Yeah, let's bring us around. Yep, this is a nice comfortable way to commute to Dartmouth. Here we are up on the flying bridge. It's very windy because we're doing about 30 knots. Hopefully the wind doesn't make it too much noise on the speaker here. As you can see, we're stretching away now from Plymouth. Absolutely stunning day. It's a little bit cold. Should have probably put on something that was this polo shirt. Opened her up again, and we're still using the autopilot. We've got 32.2 knots. We're using 221 litres per hour. We use so far 80 litres since we left Plymouth. We've been going about 20 minutes now. Obviously at a fair old lick. And then we've got the auto weights working. Boat's nice and level. We've got some short chop now and a few rollers, but she's eating it up, honestly. Yeah, very comfortable. Cruise like this all day, really. So, an interesting point that we've just noticed on this boat is, you know, normally in the large cruisers they've got inboard engines, you get a massive wake out the back, but because this boat's essentially planing at what we're doing now, 32.5 knots, no wake. If you look at the outside wave there, it's absolutely minimal because it's a planing hull, and like any planing hull boat, you don't get any wake when you're at top speed. It's only at the lower speeds that you know, dragging the transom, and it creates that large wave at the back. So yeah, actually, very strange to have no wake on a boat that's 13 meters long. Just in case you want to know what Salcombe looks like at 32 knots. There she is. So we've been going, what, half an hour, 40 minutes, and we're already at Salcombe. So we're just off Start Bay. So coming up to the entrance to Dartmouth. Just having a look at what we've done. According to this, we are doing 25 knots using 152 litres per hour, and we've used 206 litres, but then we've been going at 32 knots, and so we've got here in less than an hour. So yeah, pretty quick. We've actually got some rough water now, just the different bodies of water meeting as we got round start point. But yeah, there we go. So actually pretty efficient in my opinion considering we've done that trip in less than an hour. Right, we got here to Dartmouth so quickly that I forgot to do a walk around. I mean, the boat's not really prepped right yet. So you've got the galley area here, triple sliding doors. There's a lift up table here, so you can serve your drinks to the outside guests that we sat around here. We've got a fridge freezer here. Nice seating area here. And this makes another berth. And TV pops out of there. Going down below, and I apologise, it's just a quick look round. We've got a cabin down here to starboard. It's a large twin, and then, sorry, that's the port, this is the starboard. And a large twin in here as well. You can see the infill on that one. This is a viewing at 25 knots. And here we've got this really big shower area and heads, and well, you can see the height that I am, and there's loads of space above me, so good space in there. And in here we've got the master cabin full of cushions for the fly bridge at the moment. It's a very good size, big double bed under there. And then got its own heads in here. It is very open, spacious. I mean, essentially it's like moving a house to Dartmouth for the weekend, for the week. It's so spacious and so comfortable. And the best bit about it, I know some of you have seen my video before, but when you go out on the front there, you've got a lovely cockpit area out to the bow. And you've got seating out there for more people, as well as on the fly bridge and also at the back. So it's a great boat for, you know, two large families to stay on board. Right, we're doing 39,000 RPM, 3,900, 23.4 knots, and we're just coming in to Dartmouth now. You can see the entrance there. So we shall be alongside in the next 10-15 minutes. Alright, so we're just coming into the harbour now at Dartmouth, the entrance. It's going to ease up on the power, and I'm going to take over control of the boat from the fly bridge, just because it's a nice view. Dartmouth's a very pretty coastal town to come visit, and what better way to have a look at it than from the fly bridge itself. Now, so I'm going to go to we're just coming up to the Royal Dart Yacht Club and the Dart Haven here on our starboard side. We've got the little ferry as well, so push past the ferry to the front of the lake. Further up, we'll come across the change ferry. That's the upper ferry. The lower ferry. Great little marina Dart Haven there. But now we've got Knots on Dart, which is breakfast. That's where we're based. There's a big old there. There's lots of boats on there as well, and they've got lift out facilities inside. So it's a brand new sort of big nice. Waiting for feature here is if I go into port, this one lights up so you know it's actually in gear. You go into starboard, this one lights up so I know it's in gear. I'm going to put both throttles together, they both light up. If I stop at neutral, they both drop off. It's a really good way of knowing which one's in gear, which one's not in gear. So now we're going to be docking in a minute up at the marina. What I've done is I've done the joystick mode, and I just want to make sure I've got the right amount of thrust on. You increase the thrust by pressing these buttons here. And we're on thrust level 5. The Dart's got quite a strong tide running on it, especially with the water going out, so you can get pretty strong tides. You need to do it all single handedly on the joystick. There we are. Let's see. Cameraman over there, so I'm going to try and park it in that space there. So this should be very interesting. So we're moving the boat sideways here to get to the berth. I've got quite a bit of thrust going on the side. As you can see, the engines are working pretty hard. Just cruises sideways into the berth. I may have to put the camera down at this point because I'll need to move around to make sure I've got good clearance, so apologies if I don't film this bit, but hopefully Terry over there will be doing it for me. So here we are alongside. I've managed to manoeuvre into this berth, which it handled really well actually. It was very easy to do. We've got a boat parked here, so quite a tight little space to get in through this section here, but on the joystick at thrust level 5 it did it no problem at all. And here we are parked up alongside at our office in Dart. We're just going to look at the stats, see how we did. Okay, there we are. So we used 244 litres. The trip was 35 nautical miles. Yeah, we did it in about an hour basically. So yeah, pretty impressive stuff. Anyway, we'll post this video online. Hope you enjoy the video, and if you want to come and see us at Dart, then pop down and see our office. It is that one there on the end. There we are, that one there. Opposite the cafe and nearest to the marina. Look forward to seeing you on the water. Thanks for watching.